We're ready.
Ready.
Oh, I'm glad you got rid of that thumbnail to me. I've just seen it.
Right, welcome everyone to Sim Racing Show Live. Yeah, with an old thumbnail. Already got a like in there. Was that you, Sam?
Maybe. Maybe.
And we've got some interesting stuff on the desk today. We've got, you guys have been asking for it, so we've got it. We've got PXN on desk. And a bit of a mix. We've got a rim. We've got, it's like the VD10,
The VD6.
VD6.
Yep.
And we've got the button box as well. And also we've got the RS50 and the G Pro, because in the USA they're doing some mad sale at the moment, and it stacks with my code, so people have been gaming the system essentially. Yeah. Basically glitching the system to get super cheap RS50s.
I mean, it's a good comparison as well. The PXN, both round wheels.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a good comparison we've got.
Welcome Orby, welcome Dexter as well. Let us know if I load a pin comment. Let us know what sim rig you're currently running with. It's interesting because doing this weekly, there's people last week who asked for advice on what to get, and then they buy it. Yeah, and then they've arrived.
Exactly, because like you said, because we do it weekly.
Yeah.
In that week from last Wednesday to this Wednesday, they've already had it delivered.
Or
and like,
it hasn't been delivered, in which case we can shame the companies to get it.
Which we do.
Yeah, and either it's great or it hasn't worked for them. Yeah. So it's like, you guys and girls really make this show, I think. Nathan, where's your invite? Nathan's going to pop down later this week. Got a shield.
That's because he's on.
Oh yeah, okay. Is that coming like it's applied some sort of like a power up or something?
No, do I have a shield? I have a shield.
Maybe Sam does have a shield. Maybe Nathan, you want to have a go on the VD6? No, you're looking for a wheelbase. McGurk, can someone ask the other day, when does KIRETH'S normally 9 stream? I very nearly replied normally 5 or 10 minutes after he says he's going to. we were trying to do a vertical stream as well, and it just wasn't happening. So.
But we were actually ready on time.
Yeah, we were ready.
We were literally ready to go on YouTube.
Does that count?
And then I said, shall we try vertical? So, yeah, it was a change. And looks like I don't have a shield.
Okay, I'll just go there. Anything? Welcome, Shadow from Australia.
We had an Australian last week as well.
It's probably, again, Shadow GT, I would guess. I might be wrong. We've got a different layout here, which is just, I feel like I can see more comments.
Yeah. But then
I don't know how
we'll give it like 5 minutes and you'll go off and like,
yeah, but I don't know how it's,
you'll go on a mad tangent. You'll go on a mad tangent about something, and then all of a sudden, like, when you catch up.
Welcome, Stephen T6, who looks like he's got the Volvo
6.
Is that a Volvo?
No, the engines in the Volvos and the STs were 6s.
Were they T5? Were they 3 litre?
No, they're like T5s and STs.
Stephen, what car do you have? What engine? I thought Volvo used to get some like pretty beastly engines in there.
Maybe.
Got like very talky like.
I know they used to share with the Ford. Sure, the ST engine. Sure.
Okay. 3 litre bi-turbo in the Volvo.
Is that a Volvo?
So we can. I think we can. Well, I can't officially announce this yet, but this is our little. This is our community stream, so we can announce it here. But don't. Let's keep it kind of on the wrap. So we are going to be doing at least a sim racing track day at a track in the UK, in the middle of the UK. And the idea is it's going to be, we've got some partners involved who are going to make it all easily understandable. We're going to go down with my Peugeot and just show how it works with like the noise test, which I don't think my Peugeot is going to violate.
Right.
Yeah, violate.
You'll be alright.
How like the helmet rental works. And yeah, we're going to do later in the year a sim racing track day. Again, there'll be some sim racing brands there, so I'll have some rigs there and stuff like that. It's the idea. And obviously we can practice beforehand in the sim, and then we go to the track day, and it's not about like
being the fastest.
It's not about being the fastest. It's not about racing. Track days you're not even meant to race against timing, whatever. It's more about
community,
family.
Yeah,
but also it's about giving us a greater understanding of the sim racing equipment that we use on a day-to-day basis. And then, well, a lot of us have cars, some of us don't, but if we have a car, well, we can go down to a track day and understand, okay, what Newton meters should I be running at on my wheelbase to make it feel like my car that I tracked, and how should the brakes feel? haptics, how should the ABS feel, stuff like that. And we can all talk about it on that level because we'll all be sim racers. So that's been a long time in the works, but it's actually booked in. So that is all happening. I just need to basically go down and shoot some videos to explain it. And I'll be doing a track day with my Peugeot before then as well to go through and shoot some content and hopefully show us
so there's an idea where it's going before everyone turns up and sees you. Yeah.
So I did put some new Michelin Pilot Sport 4s on yesterday on the fronts. Obviously front wheel drive, choose up the fronts. Dexter, I've lodged at G932 and the RS pedal. Should I get the RS50 bundle? You are perfectly placed to just slot in that RS50. You've already got the RS50 pedals, which is a smart move. You've got the adapter. I would, if you're in the UK, the PC version is 249. I don't think there's a better value wheelbase for £249 in the UK than that. I really don't.
Just remind me, what unit meter is it?
8.
Yeah, for that sort of price.
So the R9 is probably 299. So the R9 is close, but again, this is Logitech. You just feel like with warranty and everything. So you're perfectly placed there. I would 100% go for it, and have a look at all the codes and bundle things individually and get some better prices. Feel free to have a look now, and you can check with us. Dan says playseat challenge with T598 Ferrari 48231 TLCM pedal. So again, that's a connoisseur's mix, going with the TLCMs. So did you buy the base on its own, and then get the 488 rim, which is a nice rim, and the pedals, or did you buy the bundle because it's better value and sell off or keep? I'm interested to know. Yeah, Steven, you might be down in your V70. We're trying to keep up. Roberto Robles 240. Thanks to you.
It's literally what we were talking about before we went on stream, isn't it?
Yeah, we were saying before we went on stream, I think that people last week might have bought from MOZA or FANATEC or whoever, and it may have been delivered, and now we can get people's first impressions.
Yeah.
And
which is a nice thing, having the constant weekly
show. And just tell it how it is. So nice one, Roberto. Mr. D Chaps, is there any dirt drive wheel and low cell pedals that will work with most of the main Xbox Series X racing titles? Yes, you can go. FANATEC's easier actually, because any PC base on FANATEC, if you put an Xbox rim on it, will work. Which
the chips in the rim, isn't it?
Which includes the what was the McLaren, now just a GT3 one. So that works, and that means you can get, because FANATEC lowered prices. Also, you can again just get the RS50 and get the PC RS50, and then get, I don't know if this is an Xbox wheel or not. I can't remember. It's your one Xbox.
That's why I picked it up.
Then get the Xbox rim, or Xbox Hub. That's actually a third-party rim. So, or you can get, or you can get the Thrustmaster T598X bundle, but you'll need to buy also TLCM pedals. So you can ask, was it Dan in the chat, how much that cost him? Is it possible to have a clipping mod to show in any sim? What you want to see how much you're clipping, because like iRacing and stuff, most of them will show that.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Clipping mod.
Try and explain to us again, because we don't quite understand. McGurkin, one of the felt pads came off my dining chair. Yeah, I think, don't you have the? Didn't you take your wife's chair?
I was going to say, it's the guy who took his wife's chair, or was threatening to take his wife's chair.
Rodman says, "What up, Doe? Can I use the RS wheel on my G Pro base?" Yes, you can use this on your G Pro base. In fact, at the moment, I think USA only. So USA only, they've got, I think it's a Valentine's Day discount, and then it stacks with my code as well. What it means is you get a G Pro base, hub and rim, so this, for $598. So for $598, you're getting an 11 Newton meter G Pro. Now, bear in mind that the Club Sports DD, FANATEC's Club Sport DD, which is 12 Newton meters, on its own is $699, and that doesn't come with.
But I think hasn't FANATEC lowered the prices in this price?
FANATEC has lowered the prices, and I think in
it's
response,
because of this.
Or
is it just because we said a couple of weeks ago how expensive stuff?
Well, yeah, I think honestly, I think it may have been that because, I think the brands, they watch what we do and they they value our assessment on stuff, and we did point out quite rudely, maybe even that the pricing was just stupid.
Yeah.
And they had lowered the prices on individual bases, but they hadn't filtered that through to the bundles.
Yeah, but bundles now taking a
But
drop.
bundles now take into account.
Hopefully they're listening now and rename your stuff so it's a lot easier.
Yeah, Cloudsport DD Pro
Please.
Plus. Welcome, Vlatka. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Maybe how can we get Vlatka involved in the track day? Maybe some modding, maybe like a
Stand
live.
there with a clipboard.
Yeah, or maybe like you can have access to all the cameras, and if any of the drivers are not driving in accordance,
Then you can focus on them.
Yeah, get them pulled in
Focus on them.
for a black flag. Dan Christensen had a TGT2 and bought the T598 base owned. That's interesting because some people would say that's a downgrade to go from TGT2 with that rim and the thing. But you'll be interested to know that THRUSTMASTER are going to bring out the Gran Turismo rim on its own, because that's the one that we tried. Remember we did that video with like the pit stop,
The quick change.
quick change.
Where you just caught me unaware.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, we're just going to do this. I was like,
People love it. People love that kind of content. Axel66, where do you see AC Evo heading in the future? Is it living up to the promise of being an excellent game? I think it's been confirmed that the update's coming out very soon. I don't know how much more I can say. But basically, stay tuned to my channel tomorrow. And you will find out. So, but on the general premise of your question, I've always viewed AC Evo since day one as being like a track day simulator. And it's interesting that you log into Evo, you see all these cars, you know, from like RS3, Alpine A110, you know, Caterhams in there, Mazda MX, Honda S2000, these type of cars. They've even got like an old MG, I think, in there and stuff like that. Like all these kind of cars. Road cars, yeah. And like, oh, I'll take it to Brands Hatch, or I'll take it to Alton Park.
Yeah, no, you're right on that. I mean, there's a lot more road car focus than even Gran Turismo.
Yeah, and so the pedals that you're testing at the moment, I used quite a bit on Evo on road cars.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, whoa, these coming into like Suzuka Turn 1.
Yeah.
It's really, you want to feel it on the brakes, long braking zone, trailing. Like, it's just a pleasure on those hydraulic brakes. And it's interesting that I think the most popular part of AC Evo is actually Nordschleife open lobbies that are actually basically tourist days.
Yeah.
So you start in the car park and you drive through the gates and the gate opens. Yeah, you join the cones and join the track, and then you have to come in. I think you have to come in.
Oh, really? You can't actually just quit out?
Yeah, but that's the same in real life. If I remember, I can't remember when I went to Nordschleife. Maybe you can. I think I can't remember if you have to come in every lap or not. But anyway, it's kind of like it has this vibe, and it's a bit more about appreciating the cars, and there should be more modification in there, so you should be able to get out of your car and walk around and like, we should be able to tune a car in the week, and then on this stream say, right, everyone come to this lobby, come check out the mods we've done on it, and like, this is what we did. Let's pop the hood. This is what we did on here, and like, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, so it's that kind of car culture. I think Evo has clearly stretched themselves like way too thin with like free roam, career mode, online GT3 lobbies. Like, they want to be everything, and they're having to now like rip away parts of their essence. But for me, I think whatever they rip away, even if they were to rip away free roam, or if free roam is terrible, which it could be, I think the core of it will remain as like a track day simulator.
Yeah, no, I mean, when you say it like that as a track day simulator, that makes a lot more sense than to actually be a.
Because to be fair,
racing, because not everyone wants to race GT3.
Yeah, but I don't think iRacing is a track day simulator, because iRacing is inherently a competitive game, but you always race against clock. Yeah,
it has a nice thing where it's supporting a lot of road cars, whereas obviously iRacing is race cars everywhere. So it's kind of got its own little market there. Like, oh, matey with, I can't see his name, with a Volvo. Yeah. If they got the Volvo on the AC Evo, just rock up, drive it somewhere.
The Cheese Piece bought the RS50 6 weeks ago. Use code SAVEPACKET. Thank you for KIRETH'S. Yeah, very nice. Let us know if. Because I can't remember with the pedals whether you get any other elastomers in the box or not.
It's been a while.
How you kind of space them. Did I see a notification of a possible LMU competitor in my reel of you? I haven't seen your reel of me, so I don't know what that means. But I did make a video today on Endurance Motorsport Series, which is this game that we're quietly optimistic about.
The one which we've spoken about a few times.
Yeah, where you can also manage and not just drive as well. 54 Dunk just left a comment on your last video. Any advice on how to counter the understeer with the RS50 and GT7? To me, that sounds like your wheel rotation's not right. If you're understeering, so this is a difference that I've made a video on RS50 versus G Pro that is already, hasn't come out yet, it's no thumbnail. Something I didn't mention in that video, I'll have to put in the comments. The G Pro has a hard lock, I believe, of 180 degrees. The RS50 has a lock of 2,700 degrees.
Okay.
Which is fantastic for farming and trucks and everything. But it does drifting, but it does leave the danger that some people might, by mistake or whatever, have it on that massive and then be like, why am I understeering so much?
But I mean, realistically, you're only turning that much instead of that much because you do 2,000
So my hunch would be to go into your buttons here and check out your wheel rotation. I think GT7 works on auto, but generally for GT7 I previously used 540 degrees, but I'm trying to try 720 now. Previously I've used 540.
On iRacing it's 900.
iRacing you can change it. ACC is a funny one.
The standard's 900 on iRacing, like the default setting.
Lee says I did the same thing. TGT to T598, and I wouldn't call it downgrades, it's different. You really notice how smooth the T598 is. But then that, to me, THRUSTMASTER should be making a console compatible T598 based direct drive that phases out TGT.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
like $1,000 bundle.
Yeah, there's no need, because at some point they're going to stop supporting the TGT.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised they haven't. It's still.
It's a very nice rim.
Yeah, but for sure. But at some point it's going to be phased out, so they need to get the next rims out there on the market. Wheelbases for consoles.
Slick says, off topic, I haven't received any contact from THRUSTMASTER in over a month, almost 2, about what can be done to get a replacement T598. Let us know where you're contacting, because we know a lot of people have had success with contacting. So hopefully you're going through the right place, but let us know. And there might be people in the chat who've already got like replacement power suppliers and things like that. Flatcath, you guys we all know I'm not objecting when it comes to racing. That's fine. I'm not going to name any names, but obviously doing a little bit of stuff now on the F1 circuit, Formula E circuit, speaking with the FIA, it's everyone's very matey, if that makes sense. Like at that level. Well, Sam, do you do clerking and stuff like that?
I still do clerking.
So you still do clerking? What's that? Because obviously the relationship you have with your drivers is like a friendly one.
No, not me. I hate everyone.
Okay.
I let everyone. When I do my driver's briefing, I look them straight in the eye and I say, "Look, don't muck me around. We're going home." No, it is. You always want to try and keep friendly with people.
Yeah.
The more angry someone is with you, the more likely they are to piss you off. So.
But I just feel in the long term as well, like you want to explain to them, like this is what happened, and it's not about bending rules. It's about over the long period of time, like getting people to understand why they're there.
It's about explanation. Explain.
Steven says, on topic, I'm looking to get a rig. I'm looking to get a rig to get off the desk, and considering a SimLab P1X. SimLab P1X is like, right up there. GT, if you're in the UK, GT Mega have very aggressive pricing. Next Level Racing as well. Track Racer. We know all of these. So if you want to get a SimLab product, definitely have a look at my interview with the SimLab CEO, where we talk about like how he started making rigs and whatnot. And also got quite a lot of reviews of the GT Mega Primes on the channel. And also, do we recommend the Genius rig? Why does the Genius rig not come into conversation?
I like it.
The Genius rig will probably fit in the back of your Volvo.
100% it will fit in the back of a Volvo. I've always liked extrusion rigs. So
yeah, have a look at our review of the Genius folding rig, which we actually need to do some more videos on that to refresh it. And I really want to take it somewhere. Actually,
to a track day.
Yeah, I will 100% try and take it to track day. But the only thing this is missing. Now we have the glasses. Don't know if you've seen the glass videos I've been doing. is just a portable PC on that with a USB-C.
We just need one of those little mini ones.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm in contact, and yeah, I've seen some people saying like, oh, this is the ultimate rig, and it's got non-load cell pedals on it and stuff, and it's like for me it's pretty like almost insulting to like say this is ultimate, but I feel like
the amount of flex, which is showing up when you have load cells, or hydraulics, or anything like
so
that.
When we do this one, we will probably have the Asetek Invicta top of the range hydraulic on it. We will have like a MOZA R25, and we'll have it through the glasses, and it will be like pretty sick. So yeah, we need to get that one. I want to take top of mountain or something like that. Sturgeon, I think Evo should have a good vibe away from having to be a sweat. Yeah, but unfortunately it looks like they're going in a different direction by concentrating on the leaderboards and everything, which I don't think people care about. I
think there's a lot of people out there who care about hot lapping. And that is, I mean, I can go on any iRacing race and there'll be people faster than me, which is absolutely fine because all they care about is hot lapping. When it actually comes to racing, they're horrendous.
Yeah.
But all they care about hot lapping, and that's racing. I've seen Gran Turismo's the same. They qualify and they're so much faster than you. And it actually comes to the race and they just can't string 2 laps together.
Do you see it in karting as well? People do a lot of practice, but no race car.
No, lucky not in karting.
McGurkin GTA style carjacking. Yeah, maybe that wasn't their original promise to say that. Libby, the RS pedals come with hard stops only, so you can take out. Ah, okay. So I can take out an elastomer because I think
on the RS50.
Because I think I'm missing a spacer, and then I have them equally spaced. King Sniper ZU, is Forza Horizon 6 going to be a sim racing game? Forza Horizon are doing a lot of promo at the moment. In fact, welcome to Japan. This is actually a Forza Horizon 6 number plate, which maybe I'll put on my Peugeot to do on the track day.
I think you should.
Even though the Peugeot is not in Forza Horizon 6, maybe that's a protest. But they also sent me a little postcard.
This Japan.
Greetings from Japan. Thank you for your participation in the Forza Horizon 6 reaction video. So, is it going to be a sim? We don't know. I think why don't we start the topic somewhere else, which is that do car manufacturers want to be present in Forza Horizon 6? Yes, because car manufacturers are now all savvy enough to know that people playing in the games in a few years' time,
yeah, for sure,
they think about I'm going to buy from that brand.
Exactly.
So, do they want to be in
I think
tiny niche sim racing game that hardly anyone plays?
I think they want to be in everything.
Yeah, but
every single one.
But they want to be where all the people are,
yes.
And the people are going to be here. So
that's going to sell massively for the first few months, and then obviously the public will have a say on it.
Yeah.
But for the first few months, anything Forza will just sell.
So I think, kind of separate to like, is it going to be a sim game? There is going to be a ton of cars in that game, and like new cars are going to come to that game. A bit like we're not aware of it probably, but a lot of big cars come to stuff like Fortnite. And comes to like Rocket League.
Yeah,
it's not even on our radar.
Well, because my son.
Okay,
he plays Fortnite. So see, there's like Teslas in it and Cybertrucks. And
but everyone's excited about like, the Porsche 992 coming to Gran Turismo 7. It's probably come out in like Rocket League, like So that's where the brands want to be. That's where they spend time. We chat with the licensing guys at the manufacturers, and so we understand what's important to them, and like that's where they want to be.
We had a cool discussion with the guy from Mercedes, didn't we?
Yeah. Welcome, Paolo Marune. Rodman says, what up, Doe again? Do you think Conspit will be around for the long run? I'm liking their product, still looking for the next setup after the G-Pro Bass and pedals. Sam's the man to speak to because Sam's using Conspit pedals right now.
I'm using the pedals and I've gone from FANATEC V3s to them, and honestly, it sounds really shilly, but they're so much better than the FANATEC V3s.
Well, they should be, they're more expensive.
Yeah, but and the newer.
Can you confirm you were not paid?
I have not been paid a cent by Conspit or KIRETH'S at all.
Or FANATEC.
Or FANATEC. Well, I mean, FANATEC don't want that sort of advertising, did they? But no, if you've got V3s, because that's what I've gone from, it's night and day difference between the throttle just feels nicer, the brake pedal travel is...
The brake is unbelievable.
It's just so nice. Noticeably went faster within 48 hours using it. I just felt more confident on the braking, like I knew what was going on. It had more feedback, because obviously it's got the rumble motors in and hydraulic. It just felt how I'd imagine a brake to be. And obviously, even though my V3s have rumble motors, ones on console just felt.
I think
a lot better.
maybe the way to explain, you've probably seen like the brake traces, right? So if you do a brake trace in a V3, V3s are great pedals. So 100% and then bleeding off, you can do it, right? I just feel like on the console pedals, you can modulate so smoothly, like where you want to be. It's almost like having a different
go from 100 to 80, 60, back up to 80 quite easy. Whereas with V3s, you go 100, 65, 80, 34.
And you end up doing a little bit more of like this than you may think. So yeah, are they going to be around for a long time? That's always been the question. We don't know. We don't know how these products are going to hold up long term. But Conspit have been around for 2-3 years at least, and we haven't
heard anything horrendous about it.
You guys will let us know. Slick, I did create a custom smart link, which would have to be a Thrustmaster confirmed. I'm not going to me. I just went and purchased another. I would try again, or I would go in their Discord even. I would go in their Discord or tweet them. What Steve Moss says, what new sim racing rally games are coming to console? So Endurance Motorsport Series, there'll be some information on that tomorrow. Hopefully release date. That'll be an interesting one on console, but that's not pure sim. That's more like a hybrid.
It's a management.
Yeah, in terms of rally, there could be, and I'm not reached. So we know it's a fact that the WRC license has gone back to Nacon, who made WRC games for a long time with Piloton.
That's so bad.
It just annoys me how this felt chaotic. And trademarks.
Tastes like really bad sherbet.
So presumably there'll be stuff there because EA are no longer doing rally games. Assetto Corsa Evo, Assetto Corsa Rally on console. I mean, Assetto Corsa Rally. They said very clearly to us there was going to be an update every month. That game came out in November.
Yes, because that's when we was in Germany.
Yeah, and we had. Is it just the one update?
We've had the one where we bought in Monte Carlo.
No, we had the one where they bought in the snow stage, which is actually in Italy, where they changed the handling, and I didn't like it. I think we may just have had the one update so far.
I feel we've had two.
Then Monte Carlo is coming, but it's not out yet. But I feel like it's 0.2. I thought it's 0.2 update. But yeah. Basically, I think we're already running behind on updates for Assetto Corsa Rally, so I would extrapolate that to like when console's meant to come and just double it or quadruple it.
Take it with a pinch of salt.
Libby says the V3s I had to adjust the throttle position to make it have less movement.
Yeah, same.
Or just change the spring, I think.
Even so, you go from like here to like here. It's like a 90-degree travel.
King Sniper, what do you think of CSL DD wheel base, a PlayStation ready wheel? It's absolutely fine base. If you're going to get it, make sure you know which QR you're getting. Because you say you got a PlayStation ready wheel, which wheel is that, which QR? And also the boost pack situation, like $100 for a boost pack, I think it's too much.
Rodman made ask what pedals it is, which I'm using.
CPP Evo V2s, I think got the very latest one that came out last week.
Yeah. But also saying that the Apex are really nice as well. And they are
£279, I think.
Compared to 800. And they're nice, I like them.
There we go, Dan Christensen has got the Thrustmaster way in. Mr. D. Douglas, should we all give up having any more PSV? You think I'm gonna PSVR 2 racing games? I saw an article on a new PSVR 2 racing game.
Really?
Firstly, I saw there's a flying game called I think Aces of Thunder or something. That looks sick.
Oh, is that like the old war game?
Yeah,
with like Spitfires.
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks absolutely sick. Because when I was younger, I used to love like flying Spitfires and everything. So I might try that out. And I saw also, because I think it was on the site looking at it, there's also some sort of racing game. So yeah, I'll have a look at that. I mean, it would be great if what would be insane if something like Drive Club, the PS4 one, could be ported.
Wreckfest, PSVR 2.
Yeah,
that would be insane.
Yeah,
just look around at you.
You say that looking around because Wreckfest, the driver models look around a lot already.
It'd be amazing on Wreckfest VR.
You see the guy coming at you, he's like tracking you.
You're staring at each
other. like that. Yeah.
Just staring at him. I'm just looking at your driver model staring at me as we just T-bone.
You do like that, and then you get taken out by some guy you're not even looking at. Devastator finally started to have the T598 power problems with the wheelbase and pedals. THRUSTMASTER sent me a new power supply and pedal cable.
Okay.
However, I was able to pick up a MOZA R16 V2. I think that MOZA R16 is being on very low discount. I think I made a post about it and people were like, why would you buy a MOZA R16 when the R21's come out? I was like, because it's $460. Like, it's a lot of Newton meters for the price. Right, so we got to the end of the chat here. Make sure you keep your questions coming in. Make sure to hit the like button as well. We definitely want to get to 50 likes today. Like, we got to be more. We just got to, as a group, we just got to hit these likes better.
Yeah, like a couple of months ago, we were hitting like 100.
Yeah.
And then we stopped reminding it.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? We've got to keep it up. Why don't we unbox this PXN button box? Because
you don't actually have a single button box.
I don't.
I don't know. Have you ever actually used a button box?
I use a Stream Deck for streaming.
Yes.
So, doing video stuff. But I like the idea of tactile buttons.
What's up? No. I don't want to rip everything.
I like my FANATEC.
Yeah, that box is a mess.
Thanks, Rodman. Yeah, hit the like button. Feel free to share the stream as well in the forums, because we do this every Wednesday, and the streams are just the more questions we have and everything. It's obviously the better, because we get people chiming in, and that's the real beauty of it. And
then, as you see as well, people do buy stuff.
Yeah.
Using our recommendations, and none of them so far threatened us.
Yeah, and if it goes right or goes wrong, like the THRUSTMASTER stuff going wrong, it's helpful for people to know about, like how to contact them, etc.
It does look really cool, actually. Legitimately, actually looks really good.
The metal on that engine start.
I'll get out of the box without.
Devastator bought the R16 to main brute resolution. Okay. See? Honda Boy Jim, I own an RS50 with THRUSTMASTER TLCM pedals. Is it worth upgrading to RS pedals or Pro pedals? If you've got TLCMs, well, if you want to play on PS5, you need to have, I think you need to have the Logitech pedals coming in the back. But if you've got RS50 TLCMs, I wouldn't go from TLCMs to RS pedals. You're already on load cells, but that depends on the whole PC situation. Thanks, Slick. Papa Slug, it feels so cheesy asking people to hit the like, but man, we just don't think of it. I know, we just don't think of it. I'm the same when I watch videos, when I'm watching Linus Tech Tips.
Or Wolmid.
Yeah, when I'm watching just constant back-to-back Wolmid.
Track guide videos. I didn't actually realise this came with a desk mount.
We can clamp it here.
We can, and I will. You got a USB port available?
I do. Do we want to risk everything? I think we do.
Well, you always tend to risk everything.
Let me find out the price
before we end the stream by accident.
Whoa! What the hell? AliExpress, £45.
This
is it the CB1?
CB1.
£45 from AliExpress. Okay.
This is quite a long thread to undo, so I can actually do up the.
Let's see. So let's calibrate our assessment of this at £45. So what are we talking about? Some buttons, stop. I mean, starting the engine on iRacing. Like, I think I would actually map it now.
Yeah.
I don't map ignition and stuff like that.
I just press it on the keyboard.
Is that because the ignition's the thing, the switch as well, right? So you put ignition on and then you start engine. Yeah. I would actually. That might be worth £45 to me. Should we plug it in?
Do you want to plug it in, or do you want me to put it to the?
Let's plug it in.
And then power off. So I'm going to switch it on.
Let's see what happens. This could end the stream, everyone. Lights are on. Lights are on.
Lights are on. There you go. It is actually that easy just to do. And then obviously you bind it.
Press. Does it turn the PC off if you press start? Whoa! And the joystick is it eight way?
Yeah. No pushing.
So that's a bit. So the joystick is a bit because you really want black box control here would be sick, or would it be sick, or would you take your hand? Is this really for like?
I think this is more for novelty and looks. Not novelty and looks.
No. So where like, obviously when you're in the pits in iRacing, ignition, that's fun to do. I would actually map that.
For sure.
But where else are you actually going to use this, given that when you're driving?
Go through like your pit strategy. So if you want to change tyres or add fuel in.
Well, like presets or something.
Yeah, so you're driving along, and I go by iRacing with a lot of my analogies. You got the black box, you can scroll through it, change how much.
Yeah, but I would have my black box on my wheel, unless I've got a wheel that doesn't have a funky. Oh, 1 second.
It has to go underneath. There's a wire hits it.
Guess what?
That's what.
Oh, okay. Like Steven says, hope it doesn't explode. It hasn't exploded already. And then Papa Slug says, that's crazy cheap for a button box. I use it in truck sim a lot. Yeah, I guess truck sim you can have your...
I suppose in a way as well, it's probably really good for flight sim. I know it says ABS.
Well, like Rocket One.
Engaging the missiles. I know it says ABS and traction control, but it's probably actually... Oh, wipers.
Yeah.
There you go, wipers. Headlight flashing.
I think for £50 to have the tactile stuff, it doesn't look cheap actually.
No.
Lee says, talking of truck sim, hurry up ETS for PlayStation. Yeah, and hopefully we'll see some peripherals come out as well for PlayStation. I would say, hello friends, what's the best FANATEC or MOZA? I have the new THRUSTMASTER TDT. That THRUSTMASTER is not particularly new, but that's a pretty decent. So hang on, do you have a new THRUSTMASTER TDT, but you're looking to swap? Let us know what's going on. Dan Christian, the box so cool. I want one, but I play on PS5. Yeah. I guess how would it work on PS? Because with all certification, it would need to be like ABX and whatever.
I would guess so.
You wouldn't get much benefit from console, I think.
Can you imagine playing if someone was playing on controller and then like, I've got my button box, so I'm trying to go along.
Costas says, Kireth, I'm saving money for a sim racing setup and I will mainly play on PC, but I would like the option to play on PS5. Do you recommend the RS50 or going on FANATEC since it's way cheaper? FANATEC is not way cheaper than the RS50. Let us know what the pricing is where you are for RS50 versus FANATEC. But if I would compare the 5 Nm GTD Pro versus the RS50. Let's see what the pricing says. HPD, I've got a T598 on PS5. What's the next step? Soon, the next step for you will be getting the load cells, or the load cell brake, but we don't know when that's coming out. So we've seen it, we've tried it, we like it.
We can only say what they told us, and it's Q1, which
running out.
It's still got a month and a bit to go.
To be fair, when they say Q1, it's not going to be like January the 1st. No. Hey, here it is.
It means the very last day. Yeah. Here it is. Have fun with that. We told you it would be out in Q1.
But we have tried it. We have used it. We like it. We are in a very good position to work out if anything would have changed from that to the retail version, i.e. to possibly keep costs down, because there were some luxuries in there.
The faceplates were nice.
And also having the extendable, will they make an about turn and say, you know what, we're not going to give an extendable plate. It's going to be all, you have to take off your clutch or something. So we will see, but that will be the next upgrade there. Ahmed says, is the THRUSTMASTER T598 a good upgrade from G29? I'm on PS5. Yes, it is. It is a good upgrade from the G. It's a very cost-effective upgrade. Cost us $660 with some coupons on the RS50 and $380. Yeah, so that's not PS5. So if you want the option to pay on PS5,
it brings the price up.
Yeah, and also that FANATEC CSL DD is just the wheelbase, whereas that 660 is the RS50 and rim and hub. So you're not. It would be helpful if you can compare like to like. Like I said, if you can get the price where you are for the GT DD Pro bundle with the pedals, with the rim, with the base, and compare that against RS50 base, pedals, rim, and hub, and then we'll see. King Sniper says, I've got a CSL steering wheel P1 V2 QR2 Lite. Okay, so you are on QR2. Although I don't really rate the P1 I don't rate the shifters on it that much. Control Garage says, hey team, that PXM button box is great value for money.
Really is. We didn't actually realise the price for it, did we?
Yeah, £50 from AliExpress. I mean, I'd love to start the PC with that ignition and everything.
You could probably actually do that instead of actually pressing the power button. Just
which to me is actually quite difficult to get there.
18 buttons as well, 40 quid. It's got low. I mean, you can't really.
I just don't know the software. Nothing has popped up here with the software, so I just don't know how it works with like binding those.
Do you think that's the old Besser mount?
Could be.
It looks like the right sort of spacing. And obviously, this here's got mounts. There's lots of different ways of mounting it.
Thanks, Hot Rods. Yeah, let's try and get to 50 likes if we can. LSX402, KIRETH'S SimRail on PC. I was planning to go full aluminium rig, MOZA R9 and new CS Pro MOZA wheel. Can I use Simpson low cell pedals? Yes, you can. That sounds like a great setup.
It does.
Very smart going with the R9 and CS Pro, in my opinion, as opposed to R12 and CS.
Yeah, for sure. I'd definitely go R9 and CS Pro. And that's just, in case you didn't know, that's one of the good things about PC. You can mix and match everything. So, as we were saying earlier, if you weren't on the stream, I use MOZA wheelbase. I was using FANATEC pedals. I've now got Conspit pedals. Literally, it was just a case of unplugging, downloading the driver for it, and that was it. 5 minutes. And that's one of the bonuses of being.
Lee says, if you're talking full speed feel, RS50 is better than DD Pro. I mean, we can get into that. It's interesting. DD Pro with boost pack is 8 Nm versus 8 Nm, but we need to check the pricing first. I think that's quite important. Teaser's Creations 8780. Should I get a 34-inch 165 ultra wide or triple 27? Well, we went to CES, we went to Las Vegas. We saw all the big monitor companies: Samsung, LG, MSI. We saw everyone.
I run an ultra wide at home by choice.
This is just reminding me of that 3D Samsung screen. That's like insane. I need to get in contact with them.
I run an ultra wide at home by choice. I do have the space to run triples, but I like the ease.
For me, I am 100% on one of those options, and it is the ultra wide. The faff of the triples, I would just get the ultra wide.
It's kind of on subject here. I saw a video the other day. Someone's got
vertical
triple. 75-inch.
Yeah, I let it play because I thought surely this isn't going to be it, and then it looks like they've actually got it. So,
literally just turned that way. Yeah, I saw the thumbnail of it. I was like, oh, I like that.
Thanks, Stephen, for joining us. Control Garage, been getting my GT3 style wheel rim sold up and ready. About to try an Evo right now.
Oh, nice.
Ready for the update. There we go. Let's see how it holds up. Papa Slug, I was torn between the MOZA R9 and the RS50. Was upgrading from my G29, went MOZA because the new RS pedals were not out for another month and so want to wait to make a mistake. You didn't make a mistake. It's very close. The mistake would have been made in the future. You get a PlayStation 5. In terms of PC, it's definitely no mistake. That's the advantage of again being on PC. What man should I be thinking about buying Asetek gear? Are they going to fade away or still be around after sale? Have you seen our interview with the CEO in Las Vegas?
If not, definitely check it out.
Yeah,
and check out the scenery of it because there's some great filming going on in
there. Yeah, that is definitely a must-watch for you. Are they going to fade around? He goes into that directly, but he basically says they could have made an offer that excluded the sim side. I think in reality there has to be question marks as to what the value of Asetek Sim Sports is to that business going forward. Is it going to be spun out, or how does it vie for resources? What if there's cuts that need to be made because the new owner already has some different plans or people or whatnot? Yeah. So, but that doesn't detract from the quality of Asetek gear, which has always been very good. I just wonder if we're in a timeline where Asetek gear has been out for a few years. It's very good quality, but it's like we don't get a lot of questions about Asetek.
Very rare we get them.
Yeah. To be fair, we don't get a lot of questions about SIMUCUBE, and SIMUCUBE are great quality.
Or SimMagic.
It was interesting. FANATEC, LOGITECH, THRUSTMASTER tend to be there, and PXM.
MOZA
as well, yeah. No worries, LSX. Thanks for joining. MPK went from G29 to RS15. Was a huge difference. Don't realise. Yeah, I think people, when I do videos and that, I'm like, it's a big difference. I think some people don't necessarily, a bit cynical, yeah. But it is really a big difference. And if you were close between the two, if you got the budget for RS50, I think you just go RS50. Welcome, Patrick. Dodinho went ultra wide and don't regret it for a second. So easy and great, everything to do. Nice. And MPK, did I have an issue with my first RS50 but customers were awesome? Let me know what the issue was. That's one of the first times we've actually heard issues.
We've not had someone comment on that yet.
Let us know what went on there. Rodman, does running gear from different brands with different softwares taxing on the PC? I know what you mean with like some different drivers running, but
I've never noticed anything. And I run iRacing, Discord, overlays, see now MOZA and Conspit all at once, and I've not had a single.
And also, I have firmwares from all of the different brands because I review everything, and I just have them running, and I don't.
And think of streamers as well. Obviously, got all the cameras going, OSB going, chat going. Yeah. There's no issue with mixing and matching and stuff like that.
TZ Creation 878 says, I don't know why, but my MOZA R3 doesn't like to simulate tire grip right. It feels very unrealistic. So the MOZA R3 doesn't have a load of torque. It's 3.9 Newton meters, which means that let's say you turn it in at Puon, right? Spa.
Yeah.
And let's say you're on.
Just got to give me a second.
Yeah. Let's say you're in GT3 car and you're on really grippy soft tires. So you tip it in there, 5th gear, 4th gear, and you're like hunting for that apex, and you're feeling how much you're hunting for that apex. Okay. You're feeling like how much grip there is in the car. Okay. The R3 is not gonna.
No, the R3 is not going to give you the feedback. The R3s are very.
It's not going to give you enough resistance for that.
Yeah, it's not going. Yeah, there's not enough power to simulate the quick turn in on the downhill on grippy tires with downforce.
Yeah, you'll be able to in a there's some, and again this I need to think about it, like in a powerful wheelbase you'll be struggling.
You'd really be pushing it in. That's where the difference between like an R3 and I know it's a massive difference anyway, but R3 and R9 and then from R9 to R25 stuff like the fast corners is where you'll notice it more than the slower corners. But in general, the R3 is a very compact, small thing. There's always going to be limitations.
But you can still be as fast on it. That's a different thing. You can be as fast on it.
You just have to adapt to it.
Yeah, you have to adapt. Like people with fast controller, but it's just like you will be able to apply more turning, whereas some wheelbases will just simulate the amount of grip so much that you wouldn't be able to. Nick Rees says next upgrade to be saving for a PC. Unfortunately, I have an allergy which makes me unable to save for one. Was there take Piriton or something for that? MPK said sent a video of what it was doing. I sent a shipping ladle. Logitech sent me a new R50 set up 15 minutes after receiving the one I sent back. Okay. Nice. 54 Dunk. Hey, KIRETH'S Legend. I just went in and changed sensitivity on G Hub, and for the first time, my RS50 Understeer is gone. Thank you so much for sending it back. Let Logitech know. They can shortcut their customer service. Enjoy your racing. HP Hot Rod, we really appreciate your support for the sim racing team. Back to work for me. Much love. Thanks again. Thanks for joining Hot Rods. Welcome Eric as well. I probably should, Dunk. Probably should. In fact, like I said, it's something I missed in my comparison.
Screenshot that right now. His little review. Saying, you legend.
Mr. D Douglas, I'm thinking of changing my next level racing rig to Track Racer Racing TRX Tifosi Red Skew cockpit in red.
What is that? That is a mouthful. Is that made by FANATEC by any chance with that sort of name? Let's have a look. What's it called?
It's a red skew. I had an issue RS50 and G7. It kept losing input function with a firmware update. Okay. But when I'm worried about buying Asetek gear and not having support. Sure. I mean, I don't know how I don't know how much I worry about that. The track racer images always look a bit. They shoot them down from so low.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how much I would worry about that, to be honest. Given that the pace of Sims is like, we just had a. Yeah.
Very industrial.
I don't like the way track racers do their images because I don't think it's shot in a clear way to see what it's like.
No, they're all below ground level.
I think that's the one where the thing slides, right?
I feel like it's a reply to FANATEC.
Yeah, if I remember, that might be the rig where a lot of reviewers unfortunately didn't review it properly, and they were like, "Oh, you can't get it close enough," and it's like because you actually need to move the seat or something and have it there. So, but there's obviously something unintuitive about it. Eric says I need to start playing Gran Turismo. Just do it now. It is actually Nations Cup tonight at Spa in GT3s, I think.
Going around Puon.
Yeah, so I've given that up.
No No R3.
Although I think I've got the CODS one there, so I could actually. Welcome, Doug's MPK. When I turn on the wheel, would go right to about 2 and a wobble. Yeah, sounds like maybe there was a sensor wrong there or something there. Any idea when podium pedals will be released? Not yet, actually. Not yet. And I wonder how much of a splash the Podium DD is making. Because the Podium DD is FANATEC's flagship product right now. And 5 years ago, when FANATEC released a flagship product, it was a big deal.
Yeah, now it's just another
and
thing.
And the interesting thing is, like, we're not going to see the Podium DD in the Gran Turismo World Series on the esports scene because it's not PlayStation compatible. But where are we going to see it? Like, which big streamers at the moment are using FANATEC? I don't know.
Not me.
So, yeah. No, he's taking V3s off. So it's like...
I'll take that as a compliment. I'm not a big streamer.
You know, we both use it. Let's say it's a good product. Let's say it's a great product for argument's sake. Where are we going to see it? It's going to have the same screen time on all the review channels as they also review PXN and everything. So, like, this is the flagship product for FANATEC, and I just don't know where it's going to get that exposure.
Where's it going to fall? Online, because you see, I've personally not seen a lot of it anywhere. Nowhere on Reddit.
It feels a bit like a stealth. And also because there was that delay when it was announced in Germany and we tried it the first day, let's be honest, the pedals were more of a draw because they visually look, you know... Especially
the way they had him out in that glass stand.
Which they may have had the podium in a glass stand, I can't remember, but everyone was looking at pedals. But it's like, yeah, this is their flagship product, and it doesn't feel like the reception is that special. Like, everyone's talking about no one's asked us about it. Like, how am I going to upgrade? What am I going to sell to get the Podium DD? I'm building a new.
I should go from this.
Yeah, exactly. This? Yeah. And I don't know what. You know, we get a lot of questions about RS50 because the pricing is so aggressive. I mean, this is insane. The RS50 is 349 euros, for example. I think the Podium DD is 10,009. Is Podium DD 10,099 euros? But in any event, it's 700 euros more than the RS50. And how many people are going to? I know it's 25 Nm versus 8, but how many people are going to pay 700 euros more for Podium DD? If you're like IMSIM or someone, great.
Someone like that, big brands, they're definitely going to go with it. And once again, it's just overkill. There's no need for 25 Nm.
I think this is different. I think the difference is back in the day when FANATEC released a product like that, there wasn't this mid-market existing proliferation.
No MOZA, there was no cons.
So it was like, I have a G29.
What's the next step?
FANATEC Podium. Is it worth? And people might say, is it worth to get the Podium? But like, yeah, it's expensive, but like, it's a completely different technology. Like, you won't.
Whereas nowadays, if you've got the G29,
you've got to go through.
Move up a stage. Do I go FANATEC?
Exactly,
do I go MOZA,
exactly.
Do I go Conspit?
So before, if you were like, you had a G29, like, I really like sim racing, I've got a bit of budget. The question might have simply been like, do you want to get the FANATEC? Yes or no. Now it's like, okay, well, do you want to get the T598? Okay, well, if you want to get T598, by the way, do you want to get the RS50? If you want to get the RS50, well, by the way, do you want to get this? And then do you want to get this? And only if the answer to all of these is like here, and then the industry's completely changed, really, and that's without talking about PXN.
That's within like 4 years.
Yeah.
If that, I don't think it's even been 4 years. I mean, COVID was 5 years ago.
Yeah, and I know the Podium DD2, the previous Podium, was considered endgame, like, you know, in the same way that this Podium DD should be endgame. We have it down here; it's on the floor.
It's in a lovely box.
Yeah,
not just abandoned on the floor. Also, we're only 2 away from 50 likes.
Oh, come on! Let's get these likes in. Let's see what happens when we get to 50. And Andre Facet probably only sells cooling business and keep the sim part. Well, he's sending the whole. Dang. Papa Slug, I went from the OG GT Mega rig to the $200 Temu 30 Series aluminium rig. Don't sleep on it. Super strong. Welcome, Matt Hale. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There we go. That's what we're getting to.
Cheers, Matt. I'm glad you enjoyed me killing Eric last night. Great.
Rodman absolutely loves my Track Racer TR8 Pro VT. Very nice. And Doug's recommend me an affordable rig with a monitor mount. Well, if you want an affordable rig, you probably need to get the integrated monitor mount separately to that.
Yeah, I mean, my extrusion has a monitor mount bolted to it, but it came as an extrusion rig, and then I had the monitor mount separately. It depends on, mainly depends on room, because nowadays with extrusion, it's unlimited what you can do. Do you want to run triples? Do you want to run singles? Do you want to run VR? Everything changes. Obviously, you want to run screens, but as an example.
King Sniper, what's the best? Well, it's because in the future, if VR and these glasses get better, we might have more questions. I don't need a monitor.
Yeah.
And therefore, I could just put my rig in a place where I can have it right up against the wall because I don't need to.
Right, just tucked away.
Yeah. Especially when if you've got houses that have like sloped understairs and whatnot.
Oh mate, underneath the stairs.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Like in Harry Potter's room.
What about like a rig? Like the jeans one, but you just like do it vertically, so you strap in like you're in a spaceship.
Well, it just rotates you upwards, and then you just lay in there.
It doesn't rotate upwards; it's permanently there.
Oh, okay.
So you have to get it like that, yeah.
What, with your feet above your head?
Yeah. And you got to press the belt.
Wow. I think we should get you in one of those rigs. Yeah. Place it on its back and see what happens.
Can you sim rig? Or can you sim rig upside down?
I think you'll struggle to be able to mount it upside down.
Yeah, we'd struggle, but can we do it?
No way.
Why can we not mount it upside down?
How are you going to mount that from something elevated? Plus, you'd have to have a seatbelt situation going on to hold you in.
So,
and you'd have to strap down your legs.
Yeah, but it says extrusion. You could mount extrusion to a ceiling, right? Not this.
I think you underestimate the weight of you.
Okay. Here's one. Why don't you build the frame out of extrusion? So build a freestanding structure out of extrusion, and have the rig.
I mean, it's an option. I think it better be off.
Would people watch that video?
Off. Just like chaining it up using a little winch. Winch.
King Sniper, what's the best wheel for CSL DDQRT Rage Race bundle? I play Project Motor Racing, probably the McLaren GT3 or now the GT3, whatever it is. If you're comfortable with having a GT3 form factor, it sounds like you might be. Joking. Good afternoon from San Diego, California. Good to see you. Potentially, is GDC in California? Might potentially about GDC.
GDC.
It's another conference. Game conference. Gabriel Rodriguez, bro, I got a hell of a deal on eBay. Just purchased a MOZA R5 bundle with the EXS wheel and pedals for $350.
Nice.
That is nice.
Nice.
However, I think that is also becoming a standard price. So I think
there's certain pounds there's $299 isn't it ish.
Yeah, I think the standard price of that on MOZA's site is $399, and I think I've seen it for $349. So it is a good deal. Yeah. It's an insane deal.
Just in general, for the equipment that is a good deal.
Yeah, and we might be seeing more of that. MPK, coming from G929, the RS50 settings used to do a bit much. I turned the torque in GT7 down to 7. I set the base 6.5. Yeah, it's all a bit of personal preference. I've used for years my G Pro at 8 Newton meters.
Mm-hmm. And I know you say you're 6 foot, 225 pounds, but these are completely different muscles. So we get people in karting, fit, strong, healthy people, and they'll do 10 minutes and they're absolutely dead because they're not used to using forearms and muscles like that, which is just completely different workout.
Joe King says RS pedals are currently sold out. I think in the if you're in San Diego, I think in the US they're doing Logitech. To me, it feels like they're clearing stock. Like the discounts are so aggressive. And also, I don't know if we can announce it yet. In fact, we probably can't. But
no.
Yeah, but no. Keep an eye basically on stuff coming from Logitech in sim racing. Control Garage just trying Evo now, and my 10 Nm wheel need to turn down the gain of Evo down to 40%. Still too much. Yeah, Evo can be pretty intense on the force feedback actually, and pretty unforgiving. Mm-hmm. The way it simulates a steering rack or something is like there's no dampening on it. It will all come through.
It's just all there.
Yeah.
Dan, I said it's not on the floor. It's in a box.
It's a box on the floor.
The box is on the floor, but the actual podium is not physically sat on the floor.
Should be on a podium. Gabrielle also would say, great job on the channel. I love everything you're doing. It's got back into racing again. Thanks, my brother. Very nice, Gabrielle. Hope you're good to hear you back in your racing. It's fine to take time out from racing. In fact, it's probably a good thing. Every racing series in real life, they don't race 365 days.
One of the good things about, and one of the bad things about sim racing.
Yeah, is that yeah.
And you say about getting back into it, I literally spoke to someone today for the first time in 5 or 6 years, and they're just getting back into karting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, literally. He's just moved to Dubai, so his whole thing, but
big
just got back
there.
into it, yeah.
Alexander, should I keep my RS50 or refund it and get an R9 for drifting primarily? It depends. I mean, I feel like if your RS50 is working and you've got this round wheel, then I don't think it's going to be massively different on an R9. I mean, R9, you've got the truck wheel. I think that's probably too big for drifting. So, yeah, a bit of an unusual one. I'm not sure I'd make
the
that.
NASCAR wheel would be good. 100%.
Yeah.
But that's FANATEC.
Yeah, but if you're on PC, you can with the QR mount, you can mount any
that
on MOZA or Logitech.
It's that lights in my eyes, but the NASCAR wheel for FANATEC would be absolute perfect for dished, massive
Alcantara,
yeah.
Tizzy, I couldn't try to fix it in the software, like changing the dampener. I can't remember the initial part of that question, I'm afraid. Remington Fletcher, I'm struggling with wheel settings on G7 or Fanta. Any recommendations? Thanks for our love channel, guys. Wheel setting G7. I have a video on it, actually. So I have a video on it for the GT DD Pro. So go check that on YouTube. That should help you out. MPK, honestly, 8 Nm is more than enough. More than that could seriously hurt someone. Yeah, you can on a 25 Nm base. You can 100% sprain your wrists.
What about 36?
39.
39. I tried in Germany. I mean, I chucked it off somewhere at the spine. You could just feel the snap. Even though it was meant to have like that hands-off safety thing, still felt it snap into my wrist.
Yeah, it's an easy numbers thing. It's a bit like cars. For a bit, it felt like they were chasing like top speed, like road cars. It's just like kind of irrelevant. Like
there's no need for.
I'd actually have a more comfortable car, or like maybe better acceleration from 40 to 60 is actually more relevant to me. Or something. They chased it because it's an easy thing to chase. I feel like here it's easy to chase Newton meters, and it's one. Are we in a bubble? Are we in a Newton meter bubble? Like the valuations on these bases, because they're 25 Newton meters, is all through this perception that more Newton meters is better. But actually, it's just not. Yeah.
I mean, Matt. Obviously, I know Matt's in the chat, and we were talking about it to Matt last night because I think he's going to move away from FANATEC. So he was talking about options, and everyone in the chat for that thing using between 6 and 9 Newton meters. Yeah. And that is some people with like 7K rating.
Yeah.
So they're
it's
fast people. And not a single person were more than 10. Like no one had double figures.
Yeah.
And it's just like a big old measuring contest.
Orbi says GT Mega got some nice motor bundles with rigs. I don't know if you get much discount on that or not. Matt says upside down sim rig would be a while's first. I think we should do it. I think we should do it.
I think we should go to Matt's place.
I think we do it, but the screen is not upside down.
No, you'd have to wear goggles. VR.
Why?
Because it just make life easier than trying to. Why
are you so worried about mounting stuff upside down? It really can't be that difficult.
I think it's a lot more difficult than you're imagining. A lot more.
And you just strap into the seat. You'd have to wear a helmet, I think, because in case.
Why are you worried about things being upside down, Kireth? Don't wear a helmet. Put a load of spikes underneath you as well.
So hang on, so if you have a 6-point harness, right? So you're strapped into your seat, so you're in there, and then with the brake, what if you inverted the pedals as well? So you're upside down but with inverted pedals. How would that work?
That's by the FANATEC inverted kit.
Yeah. But then I feel like the screen has to be like not upside down, so everything's like
in reverse.
Everything's in reverse, yeah. Is Track Racer not really a brand you recommend? No, we do recommend Track Racer.
The only thing I will say about Track Racer, and I'm only going by reading online, if you're in America, they seem to really struggle for delivery. Yeah. UK, absolutely fine, but if you're America based, it seems to be the American distributors are really struggling.
Yeah, we spent some time with, I think, the CEO of Track Racer, and they just sell a lot of products. Like they sell a lot of products, so it's kind of, I think there might be some growing pains with getting everything working there. MPK, I can use it 8 Newton meters now, but the first time I used to set up my video for GTRS 50 was a bit too much. Yeah, that makes sense. And there's no prizes for running it at 8. Run it at whatever you want to run it at. Oh, it's about the MOZA R3 tire grip. Yeah, you won't be able to fix like trying to make 3.9 Newton meters feel like you've got a ton of tire grip. Control Garage says, let's build, Matt, a DD PC only wheelbase 150 200 pounds. Go down to the skip. Renovatio 25 Newton meters is a niche wheelbase like my SIMUCUBE Alpha 23 Newton meters. 99% of people don't want their arms broken. Some of us are willing to pay for broken arms. Yeah, I just...
that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah. I think my view is slightly different because I review a lot of products pre-release, like they don't have any safety settings on them, and so I have to be quite cautious because, you know, like I remember Project Motor Racing when I was doing that pre-release, they just had a setting that would max out the force feedback on collision.
Oh, really?
Any slight collision, it would amplify the force feedback.
Oh, okay.
Which is really silly. And they actually...
Seems like a massive oversight.
Yeah, they did an emergency patch for general release. Otherwise, I think that would have been actually a like a scandal. Really, I think people would have really got into
made news.
Yeah, it would have made news.
Computer game breaks people.
That's what a villain could do. A villain could do a patch in a game on iRacing, say, and then like at 8 p.m. everyone's wheels go crazy. Yeah, exactly, and everyone breaks their arms. Yeah. Regulator usually gets my track race stuff in 2-3 days in Missouri. Very good. MPK Logitech has good deals. If watching for them, got my RS bundle, RS pedals for the price of the wheel bundle alone, with 2 free gifts. Yeah, they do their gifts as well. Like they must have bought like 1 billion pairs of gloves. So they often like even if you don't want them, just like throw in like these sim racing gloves.
Just give you some gloves.
Yeah.
Why not?
And a Bluetooth speaker.
How much my Bluetooth speaker?
Get on Logitech then. Do we have him the Aaron? Is it down there? Yeah.
We have the McLaren, but more importantly,
where's the Goblin?
We have the Goblin.
So this is a big test we're going to do.
Goblin.
The best of Logitech and McLaren.
And the best of Black Shark.
The best of Black Shark, which is the Goblin X8. The X3, the X4, the X5, they were all, you know, iterative improvements, and they've arrived here at the X8. And we're going to do a blind test, and we're going to see. And like, I'm not going to fake it. Like, when I listening, if the Goblin's better, I'm just going to say what I think. And
not only we have got the Black Shark, we've got the Red Dragon. Oh, wrong way around. The Red Dragon.
Use Pro, yeah.
All these very imaginative names.
So do you guys agree that 9% of people need no more than 710 Newton meter wheelbase? There's a bigger discussion here about clipping, which is like, oh, if you run it at 7, then why even have a 15? And people are like, because if you get a 15, you won't have any clipping. Like, what is clipping? Like, if you go over a curb, I don't want to necessarily feel like 15 Newton meters. So it becomes a bit of a philosophical thing, which is like,
it just refines it. You'll feel finer details.
I am sim racing. Yeah. I am in my bedroom. I don't need
to feel. If you've got a 15, and you've got it on 15, it's not going to feel as smooth. Not smooth, but not as defined. Whereas if you turn it down a little bit, you have the room to go up if you want to. But when you turn it down, you still get the definition of all the fine feedback, all the movements and stuff like that. But you're not stressing the bass and over.
Yeah, there's something to be said about not stressing the bass, and there's something to be said that often the FANATEC Podium is not just their most expensive bass, which is not. It's not just their top of the range bass now because of 25 Newton meters. It's because of the encoder. It's because of everything else. It's got that long shaft extension, etc. So it's like there's other factors that come into it, which is why you can't just say you never need more than a 7 Newton meter bass. Because often these higher end bases come with other features as well, like the MOZA R25. For me, the MOZA R25, the big features to me are stuff like how the LFE works, you know, when I see it on camera with the telemetry on the side, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's got nothing to do with the 25
I was just about to say, they could put that on the R9 or whatever they wanted.
They could, yeah. They could put that telemetry on the R9, and it's exactly the same. Did you know that the Podium DD has the same motor as DD Plus? I'm not sure. I think isn't it a better encoder? But we're going to be doing some stuff actually with Control Garage. So in the chat, we're going to be actually running tests on wheelbases and seeing whether the manufacturer's claims are accurate. Stuff like the slew rate, stuff like how long the latency to get to a certain so the game or like the program says, hey, I'm demanding this of you. How quick exactly, and then does it overshoot and have to correct? It's like a bit of a jaggy
this
thing.
will be a learning thing.
Yeah, it's going to learn for everyone. It's going to be a learning thing for everyone, and frankly, I think it's about damn time this happened in sim racing, and we're going to do it because it's a great. Matt makes a great question that we're into a bit of subjectivity and all that. And already I'm saying, with the more expensive ones often have better stuff in them. Well, let's see. Let's put it in the test and let's see what's different between the CSL.
See what is actually R3, for example, being a 3.9. Yeah. Is it actually 3.9? Stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. We will put all that to the test there. See, like for example, THRUSTMASTER T598. Well, what does the overboost mean in practice? We'll be running at 7 run 15 meters at your wheels and get nailed to the max every day. Yeah, potentially. FMJ, best wheel and pedals for PS5. Probably, if money's no object, between Clubsport DD Plus and V3s on FANATEC, and then G Pro on Logitech, and then there's not. I think the THRUSTMASTER ones compete with that at all. So I think that's where you are. It's DD Clubsport DD Plus 15 meters. Shame that the Podium isn't on PlayStation.
Which is surprising.
Yeah.
But then that would have made the price.
Well, there's no play. Yeah, but they could have done a version. Maybe they didn't want to make it so bait how much the license fee is. LXRNZ got into iRacing yesterday from ACC. Now Class D. Any tips what I want to buy? I thought in Class D you already can do. During
Class
GT3.
C. Oh yeah, you can do the special events like the Daytona 24, but you can't do Class C. Get the Ferraris, then Class B.
Or GT3.
What to buy if you want to. I wouldn't rush it, if I'm honest. As my personal advice is, I wouldn't rush getting to GT3 because the step from that up to GT3 is ridiculous. I would do some time in GT4.
Okay.
It's really good. I generally would not rush into
GT4. Just let the progression, the upgrade happen naturally.
And if you do GT4, it's a good base of something with a little bit of downforce going into it. But then you also start getting tracks because if you jump straight to GT3, nearly every track's
big expensive
track to pay. There's a different car which is best for the track each week. So you'd have to have a whole.
So the Mustang at the moment is pretty good.
Porsche and BMW now. This week's Virginia International, and it's Porsche and BMW. But then it's just Daytona was all Porsche, and then you go to Bathurst and it's Corvettes. So if you're really wanting to race and follow the top split, you've got to have every single car.
What's going on in GT3 racing in real world? What's the big manufacturer? Because I feel like it's I don't know which new cars I'm expecting in GT3.
All of them. They're all coming into it because of the hypercars brought all the population back to it. Toyota coming back into it.
The
GT3s. Like their super version or whatever.
They're the GT500 or whatever.
They're all the big manufacturers are coming back into GT3 now.
Okay.
Which is cool, obviously.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of different brands and teams, so not everyone's running a Porsche or whatnot.
Okay, I just thought now with the 296, the 992, the Mustang, there's no Audi aren't coming in. Audi don't have anything.
No,
actually.
but Ford are in it. Better in it. BMW are in it. Aston Martin are in it.
Corvette.
There's so many in Ferrari. There's so many.
A Lambo's still in it.
Mercedes are in it still. There's so many teams in. And it's almost like, I'm pretty sure it's in the rules that if you have the WEC,
a hypercar, you've got to run a thing. Or?
Yeah, I think so. Or the other way around. Or if you have a GT3, you'll prioritise for a hypercar type thing.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's McLaren, Genesis, and Ford coming into hypercar, right? However, Porsche are not in Le Mans. Porsche are not going to be at Le Mans, which is insane because they have the 963, which is a great hypercar. They lost $1 billion, didn't they?
I think they just got annoyed at Ferrari because of a bop.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, but it hasn't been like that in IMSA.
No.
So,
but the WEC bop is just like massively tilted.
Yeah.
Ferrari,
so they threw their toys out the pound a bit. Lamborghini just couldn't get it sustained, and then they couldn't do the 2-car thing. So that's a shame. So we lost 2 great hypercars WEC there. Alpine, rumours saying Alpine's gonna pull out.
What about Peugeot?
Peugeot have announced today they are on February 26th going to be revealing the new 9X8.
Oh.
So, you know what?
Actually designed with a spoiler. Because I know their latest one's got a spoiler, but
it was an add-on.
It was an add-on.
So we'll see what happens there. But I would love Peugeot to come in Group 3.
What, with an RCZ?
Yeah.
Any chance?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be sick? But I am there. I am always nudging Peugeot. I'm like, I'm literally your guy. I'm your guy. I'm a massive endurance fan. I actually drive a Peugeot. You know, I also have a Peugeot with an adjustable wing. So, but we'll see. But yeah, people were saying Peugeot's going to put out because Stellantis is also a bit of a basket case right now. And if something was to happen with Stellantis, it would have major ripples actually in WEC, but also Formula E. Stellantis have like 4 cars in there. Stellantis and Porsche are basically Formula E. I'm a bit worried for it because Stellantis have 4 cars. Porsche are going to have 2 manufacturer teams, and Porsche have pulled out of WEC.
Yeah.
So Thomas Laudenbach, he's not afraid to do that. And also, massive team is Jaguar, and I just honestly, being in the UK, we know that Jaguar is just
horrendous.
Jaguar is a complete mess right now.
Yeah,
like it's. We are hoping that Jaguar can just get back on its feet as a company, right? As like just to like keep employing people and whatnot.
Yeah, to
like,
keep employing people.
Yeah,
alive,
let alone like whatever you do in motorsport is kind of irrelevant. Yeah. So if a Black Swan event was to happen with like Stellantis, who just did like a $25 billion write down or whatever, Porsche lost all that stuff, and yeah, Jaguar, then you just completely you got out of Formula E because I think Nissan have always been a bit wavy about it.
Yeah, I don't think Nissan are overly too fussed.
Even though they won last year with Roland, and it's all like kind of I think an outsourced operation. Interestingly, Lola have gone full factory, so Lola are kicking out Apt,
which is cool. Cool that Lola's back.
Yeah,
that's a replacement wheel for RS50, MPK, and there are other ones on the Aslif.
Yeah, this is Atlas.
Yep.
Yeah, MPK did them.
MH Studios, whatever
MVH.
it is. Yeah. So they have RS50 replacement rims. They're all over the place.
Yeah. Lee FANATEC confirmed it to be some media. Well, we'll confirm it ourselves. We'll get the direct line.
We don't need it confirmed from FANATEC when we're going to confirm it ourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna. If you've been listening to our previous conversation, like we're going to be pretty bruised about these things. Maybe some people in the industry are not going to like it because it's all been a bit smoke and mirrors, but that's not the way we roll.
Sounds like a them problem.
Yeah. Matt Hale, I'd like to see you guys do a Top Gear lap challenge using the same track, same car, iRacing. Sounds a bit like qualifying.
Then also, Matt, as we race on a regular, you know there's no point me doing this because I'll be right down here, and then someone like Nathan will just come in for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. But again, that's a little bit subjective. Like, I mean, I have done stuff like that before, but we want to bring a bit more science into it and let you guys know what we're all paying for and why is there a correlation between the prices being charged? For example, a question that I don't think anyone else asked about FANATEC, it's like, how were they able to reduce some of the price by 30%? Were they either overcharged before? Has there been some mad synergy that Corsair's found?
What, they've just discovered something brand new?
Yeah.
Like, oh, these chips.
Yeah.
We're paying $100.
Yeah. No. In which case, is it almost like there's been some wrong?
I suspect the markup's been so vast that they've now started to nudge
or
it down.
are Corsair doing a bit of lost leading to say like, hey, because what's the difference between FANATEC? I know take PlayStation stuff out of it, what's the difference between FANATEC products and Asetek products, really? I mean, they're European, high-quality products that are not the cheapest. They can't compete with MOZA in price.
Yeah.
And we know that Asetek are, they're not really like a big, doing the most business in the industry, let's say.
You know that the sim racing for Asetek is a offshoot.
Yeah.
It's like an offshoot.
But we went to Las Vegas. We went to see Corsair. I think it's fair to say sim racing there was an offshoot for Corsair.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. Given Elgato's and that.
Exactly. Nice. With Elgato's, keyboards, AI stuff. And a room we didn't even go into.
Yeah. Answered about Peugeot now. The Iron Dames left WEC. Yeah, I think the Iron Dames. I think there was some big fun. The Iron Dames organisation is much bigger than just that. It's like I think there's some funding issues. But having been to see endurance racing, etc., I think this is going to be controversial. I think the Iron Dames did more female racing than F1 Academy.
Yeah, for sure. F1 Academy is just ruining. But in my vision, it's just ruining everyone's perception of female.
But 99% of people won't know about Iron Dames, and what's I guess like tragic is they definitely won't know now because now Iron Dames are out.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
The hell? What's that?
But like so Dorian Penchi's gone back to LMP3. Abby Pulling is in GB3, I think, right? Abby Pulling's got GB3. Basically, Abby Pulling's the only person who's changed. I don't know where Marta Garcia, where she went, but like Abby Pulling's the only one who's actually stayed in single seaters. Yeah. Jamie Chadwick's, she's in the Genesis program.
She went IndyCar. Well,
yeah, but she's now in. She's now in sports car.
Her first season out of it. Indy Lights.
Like so there's one argument to say, well, hang on, Dorian Pin in WEC with the likes of like Gatting and all that, they could have won like stuff, and they were really quick and bovy, and so that's just been like torn up. And again, it reminds me of like W Series. Like W Series was doing some interesting stuff. It got torn up, and like I think F1 Academy, the branding is so strong. Like you've got Tommy Hilfiger car, and you've got like a Lego car and everything, like Hello Kitty car, like Kath Kidston or whatever it is. Charlotte Tilbury car.
That's the one I was actually thinking.
So yeah, so they're all like great brands and everything, but it's clearly very marketing led, and you don't want it to be like you don't want it to feel almost like, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but you don't want it to feel like cheerleading during an F1 weekend, where it's like a support race. It's like, oh, here's F1 Academy with the Charlotte Tilbury car and the Lego car and everything, and it's not. Do you get it? It's not. Whereas like with and arguably with F2 and F3, it can feel a bit similar because, I don't know if you've seen some of the F3 tests coming in and like
horrendous drivers.
No, not horrendous drivers. Horrendous teams.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because I don't think the teams change very often.
Yeah, but there's a bit of a gap now between like car, like a Trident and High Tech, and like, so you basically need to be in the right team. And also with F2 recently, because the drivers weren't progressing through to Formula One, that also felt like a bit of a divorced.
Yeah, well, that's why they used to go to Superformula, didn't they?
Yeah, but it's like if you watch college football, which I don't, but if you watch college football, those players are going to make it through into like the NFL.
Yes,
it's like
the very big difference there is the amount of players in the NFL compared to the amount of players in.
Well, maybe that's something we need to think about.
Maybe that's something which is going to help with Cadillac being. Obviously, there's another team.
We've spoken about this before. We got a bit of flack for it, but we proposed it a couple of years ago. I said something like, "Why not do mixed grid? Why do multi-class Formula One?" Given how
that was just Kira's opinion, not mine. That's just all him.
Consider the celebrities Formula E have taken on board recently. Yeah, we didn't make the cut this time. So I'm not in Saudi, but maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll drive Formula E. TX3 only pay decent top split. Which wheel should I get? It doesn't really matter what level you're at. I would say depends more on your budget. But yeah, it's interesting. We'll see with Formula One this year, kind of how it goes. I know Hamilton's been complaining today.
No, he hasn't.
It's been taken out of context.
It's been massively.
Okay, what's the story then?
It was like he said one little line, but the actual rest of the interview is him saying they're good fun.
These cars are amazing. A little bit of work to be done.
Yeah, but
Hamilton slams cars.
Exactly like that. And you know I'm not the greatest fan of Hamilton, but it's exactly like that. It's like, yeah, the cars are really great fun. They slide around, and then the next one is they're really easy control, like really easy to catch like a drift or a mistake. And then the whole title is Hamilton hates Formula One, something like that. It's completely out of context, and you know I'm not the biggest fan of him, so I wouldn't be. But yes.
But you know, we'll see what happens this season.
Yeah.
Apparently, Red Bull's looking strong.
Yeah, but you can't tell until Australia.
You can't tell, but straights are straights.
Okay, in that case, then McLaren looking strong because they were faster than Red Bull today.
Yeah, but he wasn't on the softest tyre, was he? Monday.
They were both on the same tyre.
With their Max as well.
Yeah, they're both on the same tyre.
Yeah, we will see. It's obviously a bit of weird reporting around it because it's not being all streamed, etc. So you're getting close and grabs out. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it there. It's been another good sim racing show. We didn't really go look at the wheelbase that much or the rim, but it's been interesting to see this PXN £50 button box. Maybe we can rig it up next time or have it connected and do some
We can have it connected to a thing, a button box connected there, and I can flick the switch like boom, next survey.
Yeah.
Boom, turn the stream. Look, stream's going off. Bye, like that.
Yeah.
So, and yes, Serginho, it is all about budget. It doesn't matter how good you are in motorsport.
Yeah, we were looking at the GB4 grid today, and I think Dayton Coulthard's in there.
Yeah.
So we're wondering how he got in.
There's a guy in there who doesn't quite fit, which is interesting to see.
Right, but yeah, thanks so much, everyone. If you got any questions during the week, just save them and let us know next week. We want to be like next week. We want put your questions in even before the stream has gone live. Like queue them up.
I might not even be here next week.
Okay, so
I might not be.
So I might just be struggling to field your questions.
It depends on what time I get back from.
We might have to phone in to Sam. Get some like emergency input.
FaceTime me.
Like a
little thing of me driving back on the M40. Elliot's in the background asleep.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Have some happy sim racing, and we'll